Okay, if you're watching this review after December 10th, then don't even watch this review. Just go find this movie and watch it. But if it's before December 10th, well then come on in, because I want to talk about this thing because it is fucking great. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So man, oh man, I could not wait until I got my hands on this film. I got an early copy sent to me, and I'll tell you, this morning I set aside some time because I was going to binge watch the first 4 episodes of The Mandalorian, which I'm going to do. But when I woke up, I had this in my email, and I was like, sorry Mandalorian, you gotta fucking go over here and wait. I'll watch you later today. I had to watch this movie. I mean, I was raving about the trailer, how good it looked, and it's just everything leading up to this movie was fantastic. They kept it pretty quiet, you know what I mean? I did read a few reviews when it came to the movie festivals, and everybody was raving about this thing, and I can see why. This is, I mean, I've got a handful, and I am going to do a top 10 list of my favorite and worst movies of 2019, and I'm telling you right now, this movie is going to be easily somewhere near the top. I mean, this thing was fantastic. Wow. Anyways, okay, so very quickly, it's directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein. These guys are relatively new, and I'll tell you, I cannot wait to see what else they have in store for us after watching this movie. They also wrote it, and they also are producers on it. So this is their movie, and if these guys are coming up with stuff like this, then I'm excited for what is in the future for these guys. I'm telling you, and I've said this before, and you probably know what I'm going to say before I even say it, video on demand, lower budgeted movies are the way to go. I mean, this isn't like a smaller budget. I'm sure this had a couple million at least, but it's their movie. They wrote it. It's their screenplay. They produced it. You know what I mean? So, and this is it. And this is where all the awesome ideas are, as far as newer movies and taking a chance on it and not having to worry too much about the bigger studios getting in the way, trying to change shit. Do you know what I mean? It's fantastic. I'll tell you though, the cast in this is no slouch either. I mean, if you're going to do a lower budgeted movie, you better have some strong acting chops, and this movie definitely did. It had Emil Hirsch, who plays the dad. I mean, Bruce Dern, who has been everywhere lately. I mean, the guy's killing it, man. He plays Mr. Snowcone. Grace Park is in this. Amanda Crew. But I'm going to tell you right now, Lexi Kolker, who plays Chloe, absolutely makes this movie. I mean, there are scenes. If you're a fan of the old school movie with Drew Barrymore in it called Firestarter from like years and years, I don't know the exact date of that movie, but I mean, there were times in this movie where she actually looked like Drew Barrymore. I don't know if that's when she was like playing that kind of character. I don't know if they were going for that look, but I mean, Lexi Kolker, you fucking killed it. She made this movie. I mean, the acting out of everybody in this movie is fantastic, but man, oh man, when you get a 7-year-old playing a 7-year-old that has to go through the trauma that this kid's going through and the confusion, man, oh man, she fucking killed it. So I'm excited to see what else is in the future for her as well. But anyways, the synopsis: a bold girl discovers a bizarre, threatening, and mysterious new world beyond the front door after she escapes her father's protection and paranoid control. Okay, so I don't want to talk a lot about this movie because I'm telling you right now, like unfortunately the trailer does kind of give a little too much away, which is sort of unfortunate because this is definitely one of these movies where the less you know going in, the better it will be for you. But the second trailer they released, if you have seen it, it kind of gives some stuff away. So if you haven't seen that trailer, don't go watch it. Just go watch this movie when it comes out on the 10th of December, because goddamn, this thing is good. But I will talk quickly about the first act. Basically, we're introduced to the father and then Chloe, and she is not trapped. Well, we get basically what they want you to do is they want you to think the father's crazy and he doesn't want his daughter to go outside, almost like he's kidnapped her. In fact, it gives the impression, because of scenes in the first act, when she opens this closet, there's a woman trapped in there, but there's not. It's just her imagination, or so we think. But it almost takes you into the direction where the dad's killed the mom and he's kidnapped the little girl, and he's hiding in this house. You know what I mean? Because it's all taped up, it's dingy looking inside. He can't go outside. He's educating her and training her, to kind of talk to people if there ever is a confrontation. You know what I mean? But it leads you in that direction. But then some of the things that they say to each other, you think, well, maybe there's been like an apocalypse outside, or something. Something is going on outside. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the first act, she leaves. She leaves the house, okay? And it's in the trailer. And then we realize that, in our eyes anyways, there's nothing going on outside. Maybe the dad's just fucking crazy. You know what I mean? But then this Mr. Snowcone comes along, who drives an ice cream truck, and he is trying to entice the girl to come to his truck so he can tell her the truth. You know what I mean? And then I don't want to say anything else. Okay, I don't want to give spoilers for this movie, guys. Honestly, like, if you need spoilers, then I guess watch the trailer, because it does kind of dive into it a little bit more, which again is unfortunate. But I'm telling you, this movie has so many twists and turns, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Okay, I think I said this in the trailer review about this being like a superhero kind of movie. All right. And again, if you watch the trailer, so I will say this is kind of like, if I was to describe this movie, and again, I'm going to give a spoiler here, so if you don't, plug your ears for like the next 10 seconds. If I was to describe this movie, it would be like if the kind of the early stages of the X-Men were real, okay? That's all I'm going to say. But I love this fucking movie, and if you're not a fan of the X-Men, don't let it scare you, because this thing is fucking fantastic. If you like Brightburn, you're going to fucking love this movie, or that style of movie. But this thing goes deeper, and it's, again, Brightburn was a lower budgeted movie too. You know what I mean? I think it was solely produced and funded by James Gunn and his brother, I think. Could be wrong, but and this movie too, like, it's got some pretty cool effects in it, but for the most part, it's a lower budgeted movie, and they didn't have to answer to any of these big studios stepping in the way. So anyways, guys, I'm going to keep this one short. I'm just telling you, when it comes out on the 10th, video on demand, just do yourself a favor and watch this fucking movie. It will blow you away. I loved it. Again, I was going to watch The Mandalorian this morning. I set aside, most of my morning to binge watch the first 4 episodes. And then I saw this. I thought, well, I'll just start it and see how it goes. Nope. An hour and 40 minutes later, and I was done. I was like, wow, I'm glad I watched this fucking flick, and I could not get in here fast enough. So anyways, guys, the movie is called Freaks. Also, too, it's December. It's December 1st now, so I'm starting to set up my Christmas shit. Again, I think we're like less than 20 subscribers away from 2,000. I've said this before, at the end of the year or close to it, when the toy drive comes to London here, I would love, what I'm going to do is I'm going to match my sub count with a check of my own money and donate it to the children's toy drive. So, the more unfortunate children out there can at least have a happy Christmas with some toys and some food and stuff like that. I love donating to charities, and we're so close to 2,000 subscribers. I would love to cut a check from Happywax TV for $2,000. So it would just be awesome. So we're so close. Every day I get up and check, and I think this morning we were like 17 subs away or something like that. So again, I don't monetize. I don't know if I'm going to have to start monetizing this channel, just because with the changes that are coming to YouTube. But even if I do end up having to monetize it, like the money that I do collect on this channel will all go to charities throughout the year. So, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. Actually, when I hit 2,000 subs, I'm going to do a video kind of explaining that a bit more. So anyways, that's in the next couple of videos. So check this movie out, guys. It's called Freaks. I highly recommend it. To give it a rating, I would give it probably a good 8, maybe even an 8.5. I loved this flick. I was excited for it. The trailer got me pumped for it, and it paid off, man. It did not disappoint at all, and the acting is fucking killer. So anyways, if you are one of the few lucky ones to see this movie before it's released at a film festival, chime in and let me know what you thought of it. If not, then go watch it on the 10th and then come back and let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys say about this one, guys. Freaks, out on the 10th. And as always, stay scared.